Hello everyone! Give me 5! Well, you know how this day is going to be done. You started by saying, English is so much fun! Now, sing with me! By the way, I am Teacher John.
If you're looking for learning fun, English is so much fun. It's worldwide, it's basic, yes! English is so much fun. Don't you fret, you'll get it done. Just don't forget that English is so much fun. That is true. Now, sing with me one more time. If you're looking for learning fun, English is so much fun. It's worldwide, it's basic, yes! English is so much fun. Don't you fret, you'll get it done. Just don't forget that English is so much fun. Learning English with Teacher John.
Rise and shine everyone! Welcome to the second part of the 3-part video of the lesson Active and Passive Voice. I hope you'll be up until the end of this lesson video. I am Teacher John, and together we'll get things done because English is so much fun. Hold up, make sure you have your pen and paper with you. Let's have a quick review. When a sentence is in its active form, the subject is the doer of the action. When a sentence is in its passive form, the subject is the receiver of the action. Let's just put it this way. Active, subject as the doer of the action. Passive, subject as the receiver of the action. Active, doer, passive, receiver. Now, let us check if you can distinguish the active voice from passive voice by answering this task. Write A if the sentence is in its active voice, and P if in its passive voice. Write your answers on your paper. Let's begin. Number 1. The doctor visited her patients in the hospital. The answer is active, letter A. Number 2. The medicine was administered by the nurse to the patients. If your answer is letter P, passive, you are correct. Number 3. The lesson was delivered in a well-planned session. The subject lesson is the receiver of the action delivered, meaning to say, this sentence is in its passive form, letter P. Number 4. Mr. Fonacher reminded the teachers to submit their reports. The answer is active, letter A. Number 5. The fire prevention report was drafted by Edwin. The answer is passive, letter P. Number 6. Bea's chin underwent a medical procedure yesterday. This sentence is in its passive voice, letter P. And number 7. The seeds were distributed as part of the urban farming project. If your answer is letter P, passive, then you are correct. Again, active, subject as the doer of the action, and passive, subject as the receiver of the action. Remember, voices of the verb focus on the function or role of the subject, being either the doer or the receiver of the action.
Teacher John's challenge accepted. When I say challenge, you say accepted. Challenge accepted.
Can you identify the role of the subject in the following sentences? Write D if the subject does the action. Write R if the subject receives the action. This is Teacher John's Challenge Accepted, using the chat challenge box.
3, 2, 1, go!
To change a sentence from active to passive voice, do the following. Step 1. Move the active sentence's direct object into the sentence's subject position. To do that, here's how. In this example, the direct object, which is the letter, will become the subject, replacing Marilyn. Step 2. Place the active sentence's subject into a phrase beginning with the preposition by. In the second step, the subject Marilyn will occupy the position of the object. It will be rephrased as by Marilyn. We use the preposition by before the subject turned object. The letter by Marilyn. Can you guess what is missing in this group of words? Yes, it is the verb. Step 3. Add a form of the auxiliary verb be to the main verb and change the main verb's form. From mailed, it becomes was mailed, and it stays in the middle of the sentence. Again, in changing a sentence from active to passive voice, the subject is placed in the position of the object, and the object occupies the position of the subject. The main verb is added with a be form to assure the correctness of the grammar. Because passive voice sentences necessarily add words and change the normal doer-action-receiver of the action direction, they make the reader work harder to understand the intended meaning. This means, in changing active into passive or vice versa, you will consider, rethink, and even rebuild ideas without affecting the meaning of the sentence. Take a look at these simple examples of sentences having active and passive voices. Notice the verbs involved. When the verb in a sentence is in its present simple tense, just add a be verb before it and change the verb into its past participle. When the verb in a sentence is in its present continuous tense, just add a be verb before it and change the verb into its past participle. When the verb in a sentence is in its past tense, just add a be verb before it and change the verb into its past participle. I hope you got that right. Take a look at this example. The verb in the sentence is in its past tense, so add a be verb, and it should be in its past tense too. From killed to was killed. We used was, a singular be verb, because the subject is also singular. But if the subject becomes plural, the verb also becomes plural. Let us take a look at this example then. The verb in the sentence is in its present tense. So, when you convert this into its passive form, add a be verb, and it should be in its present tense also. The subject became plural, the verb became plural, and the verb cooks will be in its past participle form. Let's have more examples. Notice the highlighted word or words in yellow. What is its role? Is it subject, verb, or object? In the first column, it plays as subject. In the second column, it plays as object. How about the highlighted word or words in orange? Is it subject, verb, or object? In both columns, they play as the action or the verb. And finally, what is the role of the highlighted word or words in blue? Is it subject, verb, or object? In the first column, it plays as object. In the second column, it plays as subject.
Teacher John's challenge accepted. When I say challenge, you say accepted. Challenge accepted.
Change the voice of each sentence into passive. I will give you 1 minute to accomplish this task. 1 minute starts now. Here are the answers. Number 1. Active. Children likes chocolates. Passive. Chocolates are liked by children. Number 2. Active. Children are painting pictures. Passive. Pictures are being painted by children. Number 3. Active. Someone has stolen my pen. Passive. My pen has been stolen by someone. Number 4. Active. The policeman caught the burglar. Passive. The burglar was caught by the policeman. 5. Active. She was writing a story. Passive. A story was being written by her. You did a great job today. In the next video, we will discuss how to change a sentence from passive to active voice. See you there!
If you're looking for learning fun, English is so much fun. It's worldwide, it's basic, yes. English is so much fun.